Hi, John Morgan here with the Keep Growing podcast, where we take a look at gardening here in the Mid-Ohio Valley region. During the growing season, we do a weekly update, but now that it's winter, you can expect a monthly update, maybe more. I'll be checking in with winter gardening tasks and also digging a bit deeper into other off-season topics. In December, we have a pretty important event for gardeners, and also historically. On December 21st, we have the winter solstice, the day with the least sunlight and most darkness throughout the year. In ancient times, this period of the year was a time of hardship. Imagine your food stores from the growing season are running low, it's cold, even game animals are hard to find, and it seems like even the sun itself is going to go away. Then the shortest night of the year happens. Over the next few weeks, the days gradually get longer, and the world begins to awaken from its icy slumber. Eventually, the solstice became a sign of hope. You know you survived this far, and hope is rekindled for the coming year. It's a time of celebration. Build a roaring fire, prepare a feast with that extra food you've been saving, and look forward to warmer, greener days ahead. Of course, those traditions got merged with Christianity into what we now celebrate today as Christmas. Merry Christmas from everyone here at Bob's Market and Greenhouses. Moving on, this month I thought we would move inside and take a look at some tips for caring for houseplants during the winter. Winter brings its own set of challenges for indoor plants. The combination of lower light, drier air, and even cooler temperatures can stress out even the hardiest of houseplants. Here's what you need to know. Light. Days are shorter and sunlight is weaker. Position your plants near south or west facing windows, or consider using grow lights if your space lacks natural lighting. Humidity. Indoor heating can suck the moisture right out of the air. Plants like ferns, orchids, or calathea suffer the most. You can group plants together to create a microclimate, use a humidifier, or place trays of water near your plants to increase humidity. Temperature. Most houseplants prefer a temperature between 65 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Avoid placing them near drafty windows or heating vents for that matter. Watering. With less light, plants grow slower, meaning they need less water. Overwatering is a common winter problem. Always check the soil dryness before watering. Now let's tailor our care to some common houseplants. Up first, succulents and cacti. These guys love the sun, but tolerate less water in winter. Water sparingly, maybe once a month, and ensure they get as much light as possible. Tropicals like Monstera or Philodendron, keep these in bright indirect light. If they start to brown at the tips, it's likely due to low humidity. Mist them occasionally, or use a tray of pebbles underneath of them filled with water. Herbs like basil or rosemary, they tend to need a lot of light to survive indoors. Consider supplemental lighting and keep the soil a bit on the drier side. Ferns. This is where it gets tough. Ferns are humidity lovers. They'll thank you for regular misting or a humidifier nearby. Winter can bring some issues, but don't panic. Here's how to deal with some common problems. Pests. The warmth of your home can attract spider mites or mealybugs. Regularly inspect your plants and treat with neem oil or insecticidal soap if necessary. Leaf drop. If your plant is dropping leaves, it might be too cold or not getting enough light. Adjust its location or lighting. Wilting. This one is a bit paradoxical because it could be due to overwatering or underwatering. Check the soil moisture and adjust your watering schedule if needed. As we look towards spring, here's how to set your plants up for success. Pruning. Remove any dead or dying foliage to encourage new growth when spring arrives. Repotting. If your plant has outgrown its pot or you see roots at the bottom, consider repotting late in winter to give them a fresh start. Fertilizing. Hold off on fertilizer until you see new growth in late winter or early spring. Plants don't need as much fertilizer during the wintertime when their growth is slower. Winter doesn't have to be a dormant time for your houseplants. With a bit of extra care, they can thrive even in the chillier months. Remember, each plant has its own story and needs, so keep observing and learning from your green companions. That way, you can continue to keep growing. For questions, comments, or smart remarks, email me at keepgrowing@bobsmarket.com. For show notes and a full transcript, visit bobsmarket.com/keepgrowing. Copyright 2024, Bob's Market and Greenhouses, Incorporated.